Collateralizing America with Sam Davis. Part 7.
In the collateral box, all proceeds, products, accounts, and fixtures and the orders therefrom are released to the debtor. Okay? Now, when I do whatever it is I'm going to do in this initial filing and I file it in, I'm going to then, let me back up just a minute. If you don't file a security agreement with your UCC1 because it isn't done, it's not a big deal. All you have to do is file it in on an amendment. If you make a mistake on the UCC1, generally all you have to do is make an amendment. If you do something totally wrong, all you have to do is do a termination. In other words, if the patient is terminally ill, you terminate it. Okay? It just costs money. All right? So whatever it is that you do, if you mess it up, as I've messed them up, you can fix it. It's not fatal. It isn't going to get you in jail. Hopefully. I'm just messing with you. Okay. Now, when it comes to listing this stuff out, I tend to do it on things that have numbers. I'll do it specifically. Okay? A vehicle has a VIN number. I'll do it specifically. A court case has a VIN number, or a case number, an account number. I'll do it specifically. Now, a lot of people have spent a fortune on printer cartridges and paper dealing with some of these issues that come to you. Okay? I've got a guy that I'm helping down in California that I said, well, listen, you need to take those documents, we'll accept them for value, and we'll send them back. He says, I've got 6 boxes. I said, what are you doing with 6 boxes? Well, that was discovery. I said, well, wait a minute. You guys got to understand something here. This is all psychological, and it is psychological warfare. Okay? So if you're in some type of case, civil or otherwise, where they're asking for discovery, what do you care what they discover? Are you going to go in and argue their discovery? Now, you don't have to do this, but here's what I do. If I get a discovery file, it goes in the burning barrel, because the last place I want that is in my house. Why? Because all I'm doing is walking by that thing and looking, oh man, I'm in serious trouble. Oh, what am I going to do? That thing goes out of my house immediately. All I want is the first page that says, Dear Mr. Davis, pursuant to court rule blah, 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 here is the discovery that we're required to furnish you. I take that letter and I say, thank you very much for your latest offer, which I accept for value and am returning to you. And the rest of it goes in the burning barrel. Why? I don't care. Most of it is lies anyway. Okay? I'm not going to go into court and argue the facts of the case. I did away with the facts of the case. I accepted the facts of the case, whatever they were. I'm not going to have that thing there eating at me and my family and causing all that stress and all that worry and heartache. I get rid of that stuff in a heartbeat, and that's what I told him. Bundle it up on a dolly, put a tape around it, and deliver it back to him. Say, thank you very much, I don't need it. Okay? There's only 3 or 4 documents in the whole thing that you need. When they issue a new order, you take that order and accept it for value. What do you need all the rest of it for? Okay? If I really want to get technical, I'll take the front page and the last page with a signature on it. Because what I put in my document says, in all related endorsements, front and back. I'm not going to deal with all that paper. It's paper intensive enough as it is. Okay? You start filling out all this stuff, and pretty soon you've got 2 boxes of paper that you've got to go mail out. That costs money. I ain't got any money. Can't get no money. Don't want no money. Or debt, one or the other. Take your pick. Okay? So the process that I go through is I analyze what's there. Once I accept the case for value right from the beginning, I'm doing it all related endorsements front and back, and that's what I'm putting on my UCC. Now, every order that they issue is a new offer. They're releasing an order to you, are they not? You're requesting them to release the order. That's what they're doing. Here's the next one. Thank you. I'll accept that for value. Adjust my account. So then they give you a new order. And you accept that one. And you go through the process and they give you another order. That's what you're after. You're after the orders. Okay? When they give you the order, you take it. You accept it. Okay, Judge, that's what I wanted. Is he doing something wrong? Do you have a claim against me? No. Do you know anyone who does? The state of Washington. I request the order of the court be released to me. Okay, here. I accept that for value. Please adjust my account. Then they go on to the next step. And they do the same thing all over again. And then they go to the next step and they do it over again. And all the time everybody's going, they're supposed to quit. No, they're not. Everybody's got to get paid. They got to go through the process. They got 240 million people or 50 million people that they have to prove that they're doing justice for. You understand? So when you register that thing on that UCC, now it's eligible to do that with. You're controlling it. You're discharging it. That's the whole function. You get that order, you accept it for value, you send it back to them. Then they go to the next step. And you're going, man, when does this end? When it's over. They'll tell you. Okay? Think of it as just going through the process. Remember, you asked for due process. Didn't you? Isn't that what you're guaranteed? So, do you want to be short-circuited in the due process? The account is due and they're processing it. That's what it is. Okay? We all want it to just go away. It's just another experience in life. Okay? Now, believe me, when you go through it, it doesn't feel like that. It does not. Because you don't know what to do. You don't know what's coming next. Somebody gets one of these search warrants or grand jury summons and they go, oh man, I don't know what to do. What do I do? Am I going to get arrested? Probably not. If you don't go, you will. They've just opened an account. And now they're going to process you through that account. Now, the account sometimes is a meat grinder. And the processing, you know, you feel like you're all chopped up. But it's just a part of the system that they created and we've allowed them to. Okay? So that's the way I do that. And I take that filing, and I'm not even talking about a security agreement right now. I take that filing and I either send it to them, fax it to them, or carry it to them, or hire somebody to do it for me. Okay? If I'm in a hurry and I'm in Idaho, and my filing's in Washington, I'll call up somebody up here that does that, and they'll hand carry it over and file it and send it back to me for a fee. Okay? Remember, it's just commerce. All right, so then after that's filed, I let a week go by, and I file another UCC 11. Okay? I've got my certified copy of my filing, or my original in some states, and I do another UCC 11, and I see if my UCC 1 shows up. Okay? And you got to give them a little time because they're real busy. Okay?